Hello friends and foes, I am Lee of the Reverie, and welcome to my comic review and analysis series. Today we'll be looking at Absolute Flash number 3, Flash in Two Worlds, Part 3. The text has been edited to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by DC Comics. Go out and support your local comic book shops. Absolute Flash number 3 was written by Jeff Lemire with art by Nick Robles. The government attempts to track Wally using Grodd, who, instead of relaying information to them, allies himself with Wally, and they make their escape. So I might have been wrong in the last chapter when I said the skeleton form we see in the alternate future is Wally. It could have very well been a skeletalized version of Barry that we get to see here. Both have obvious references to Black Racer, and since Barry is actually dead, it is still a viable theory. Turning Grodd into a government tool and making him fun-sized makes a lot of sense for this particular setting. And like I said before, contrast is a huge part of the Absolute Universe. This Grodd is very different interpretation of the character from the mainline universe. In the mainline universe, Grodd is a massive gorilla with telepathic abilities who could be mistaken for a regular gorilla at first glance, while this Grodd is a lot smaller and greener with an abnormal head that obviously signifies that he isn't just Beast Boy. Of course, in the mainline continuity, Grodd is a fearsome villain, but in this universe, he's more of a tool for the government that has turned on them to help Wally. We don't have a lot of characterization for him yet, but I am interested to see where things will go. The washed out tones and the circular panels give a nice contrast to the regular panels and help indicate that we are in a telepathic landscape. It's also interesting to see the way their thoughts influence each other. For instance, Wally thinks about his mother and her death, causing Grodd to think about his mother and how they were separated. Wally is going through a lot right now. His powers are impacting his mental state, which was already not the best given his relationship with his father and the grief over the loss of his mother and everything going on with Barry's death and him being on the run. So it makes sense that his mind is kind of all over the place, but Grodd being able to ground him is interesting take and makes him more akin to a therapy animal. The symbols that appear when Grodd brain blasts someone kind of remind me of the doodles Jinx would do from Arcane. I think they're kind of like a mental signature, and I'm curious if other telepaths can see them. So it appears like Wally has some sort of physical ability that allows him to shape lightning of the Speed Force when he's not in active motion. At this point in the story, he probably can't control it, and it's more of an instinctual thing. And, oh, now I'm going to do this. It's a reactionary thing. It'll be interesting to see how his powers evolve throughout this run, and if he ever gets full control over it. So Wally taking Barry's clothes symbolizes a couple of different things. For one, he's quite literally taking up Barry's mantle, which he does in the mainline universe as well, and taking the clothes off a dead man is usually not the best indication for where your story is going. This issue is the introduction of a new character and the continuation of the action from the last issue. It establishes Grodd and his presence in this world very well and moves the story along. I would rate this issue a 6 out of 10. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. No AI was used in the making of this video. Farewell for now.